drawings here. So there are three ways that we can represent three-dimensional objects. There are orthographic drawings. An orthographic drawing is if you're looking at a three-dimensional shape and you're going to look at it from 6 different views. So if you're looking at it from the front, it's a triangle. Back, it's a triangle. Left, triangle. Right, triangle. The top is if you were to look over the top of it, it would be a rectangle. And the bottom would be also a rectangle if you were to kind of flip it over and look at that. So if you're looking at these cubes, we want to talk about the different views. So we've got front and back. Well, if I look at the front and the back, that's going to look like that, looking straight on. The back is if I turn it around, that's going to move that to the other side. Okay? The right and the left. Well, if I look at it from this way, I can see I've got those stacked up kind of like that. And then the left would be the other way, so you can see that I've kind of got them like that. Last but not least, we've got top and bottom. So top is going to be that, and bottom is going to be the same exact thing, those squares, okay? So those are going to be our 6 orthographic views. Just draw them in 2D and go from there. All you're going to have to learn from this lesson is to know the different types of drawings. Okay? So let's do that one more time. So we've got front and back. Well, the front would be looking right at it, so there's going to be 2, and then over there there's going to be 3. And then the back would be the same thing as the front, just flipped around. Okay? The right is going to be an L going this way. And the left is going to look in the other way, so the L is just going to flip around. And then the top. If I peer over the top, you're going to have that type of look. And then the bottom, if I flip it over, it's just going to be flipped from the top. So it's just going to be the top flipped over. So it would look something like, top would be that way. Oops, I drew the bottom upside down. Got to flip that over. It should be the top flipped over. There we go. And so those would be the 6 orthographic views that you would be looking at. Okay? Our next type is called isometric. Now, we're not going to be able to draw this year, probably, but we do need to know what it looks like, and you'd have to do isometric dot paper. But if you see those diagonal things with hidden edges, that's going to be an isometric type drawing. We would be able to draw this. I won't go through that right now, but just make sure you know what an isometric drawing is. You can do that again there. And then the final one is a perspective drawing. A perspective drawing is just where you have, like your hidden edges. So if you were to draw like a perspective of a cube, you'd have it like that, and then you'd show the hidden edges with dotted lines. That is a terrible cube I just drew. Let's try that again. So we got a cube, boom, 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 and then anything that's hidden back there behind, that's a little bit better there. That's your cube. Okay? So if you see those hidden edges with the dotted lines, that's going to be your perspective type drawing. Okay? So let's determine whether the drawing represents the given object, and then let's name what kind of drawing it would be. All right, well, that has 2 on the bottom, and this has 3, so that does not represent the shape. So the answer would be no. What kind of drawing would that be? Well, you see those hidden edges, so that is going to be a perspective drawing. Okay? That looks pretty good. 2 and 2, 3 and 3, so that would represent it. That would also be a perspective drawing with those dotted lines. Okay? Oh, we've got the dots that are diagonal. That looks good. It's flipped around, but it's still the same thing. That would be an isometric drawing. And then there's your, anytime you see those 6, that's going to be orthographic. Top, bottom, front, back, left, right. Everything kind of lines up there, and that looks pretty good. Okay, so make sure you know isometric, orthographic, and perspective. The only ones that you're going to really need to draw for any assessment type thing this year are going to be these orthographic drawings.